Hello everybody, welcome back to Wolfeei. Today is day 6 of Daily December, and holy moly, Minecraft event updates. There's so many, but we're going to talk about MCC for the most part, but I'll also address Biome Battle and Pandoras Box because there's some stuff to talk about regarding that. However, the main focal point of today is MCC Party 2. They have added a new hub minigame called Drop In, and I watched this video one time, and I need to figure out how this works. They have a little board thing up here, so I will just play through this a little bit and try to talk along. They've explained it to a pretty good extent, also obviously plugging the TCG as they should. Some really cool stuff regarding the TCGs in-game, I think, as they showed here. They have like an in-game board, which is really cool. I think this is just such a knock screw thing to do, like the unnecessary attention to detail, but it is very much appreciated, of course. It's like just really sick to have this type of stuff in-game. I don't think it's functional, but if it is, that is kind of incredible. Also, there's going to be a tabletop simulator thing as well. So, the main thing to look at is Drop In. They have this as a little in-game explanation area as well, which, here's the actual board. So, to rewind and just start from the bottom, right? This is a hub minigame that you need to play with your team. I think you just get TP'd after the voting round. To earn crowns. In MCC Party, coins don't earn you, a Dodgebolt position. Crowns do, just like MCC Party 1. However, the way to get them are entirely different. It's a whole new system that they've used here, which is very interesting. So essentially what's going to happen here, and this is from my interpretation, so there is a chance that I am incorrect. But this is my interpretation from what I recall them saying. Every team, in order from lowest placement in last game to highest placement in last game, gets to go and play this board. You drop in a little token that you also gain after playing a game. I don't know if you get more tokens for doing better. I assume the answer is yes. You have to drop them in, like mentioned, from lowest placement to highest placement. So you can either drop them in from the top or from the left. What happens is every other team will go after you, etc., etc., etc. And the whole premise is that you want your tokens to stay on the board to gain crowns, is what I have understood from this explanation. This explains how often this will happen. So there is 2 full games or 2 full run-throughs of this entire thing. Once it happens in the first half and once it happens in the second half. There are 4 rounds within each game of the drop-in, which means that after every voting or after every game, you get to play it, but it's 1 round per, and it'll reset after the break, is pretty much what this means. So that's interesting. Yeah, 1 round per visit to the hub, which means after each game, I assume at least, you'll go through it. So they explain here about the games. I'm just going to play this with the audio so I actually get caught up to speed. You're going to hear Stefan here probably.
In 4 rounds. The halftime break is basically the split point between the 2 games of Drop-In.
Right.
After each MCC minigame, teams will return to the hub with a bunch of coins. But teams will also be granted these things called tiles. Teams will always be given a single colored tile in their own color and 2 blank tiles for free. Bonus.
So yeah.
Colored tiles will then be given based on how many coins the team managed to collect in the previous game.
There you go. So that's the explanation that we needed to, because I forgot about this part, because in the middle of that video, so of course I forgot. So yeah, you get the tiles, there's blank tiles, there's bonus tiles. I assume that's what these little icons are for, blank tiles. I assume the blank tile is mostly used to kind of push other people out rather than, use it for your own points. I don't think anyone gets points from these. I assume maybe it does, but I don't think so. And yeah, the whole game is just kind of trying to push other people away from the board. Try to stay in the board and push people away. Also, this little gold corner I think is double area. From what they said, there's a 2x pretty much, or like maybe it's just a bonus. I don't know if it's a 2x, but yeah. So here they explain it. How do I earn crowns? There are several ways to earn crowns. Each colored tile that is still on the board at the end of each half will award your team with 1 crown. Tiles that are in the golden zone at the bottom of the board will earn you double. This is the easiest way to earn crowns. So down here, bottom right is the gold. As shown here, that's the gold. 2x multiplier on that. If your tile is in that after the end of a game, yes, after the end of each half. So sorry, after the end of what they showed here, here, it is counted. So the board only gets counted 2 times total. 2 times total, the board gets counted, which means that you're gonna have to really play careful here for these spots. I think what's probably the best idea is to go for like up here. I feel like up here is obviously like the safe zone. People are going to realize this, so it's not going to, there's no like guaranteed that you're going to stay on the board in this area, but this is going to be the most highly contested area. You want to push yourself in here, and you also want to push your competition out of this gold square, right? So that's going to be the most highly contested area. This other like 6x6 area, because these lines are just going to be constantly contested, the bottom 3 and the far right 3 here, highly contested because that's this. So this 6x6 area, that's going to be the sweet spot, really. It's not going to be a guaranteed, inclusion in the board, but it's the sweet spot, that's for sure. So yeah, very interesting for sure. And I don't know. This will be very curious. I do need to see how the tiles fall, because I haven't seen the tiles fully in action. Maybe it'll be shown off a little bit better, because to my understanding, I think gravity applies. So if you insert it from the left, you just push it left, but if you insert it from the top, it falls. So that is also very interesting. You can kind of play around with that as well. So getting up top this is like Connect 4, pretty much, right? The top row, Connect 4, but then this on the left is like it shoves it to the right. Very interesting. Either way, yeah, so that's how you can earn crowns, is by staying on the board at the end of a half of the event. Not at the end of a game, at the end of a half of the event, you can get crowns for being on this board. Furthermore, cashing out. If you push one of your own tiles off the board, you'll cash it out for 1 crown, effective at getting crowns early and preventing other teams from pushing your tiles off. This is huge as well. So this will be difficult, because you want to also avoid other teams being able to push their own crowns out. So there's a lot of strategy to this, which is very interesting. Yeah, pushing out other teams' tiles won't earn you any crowns, but will remove their tile and prevent them from scoring it from later. Yeah, so this makes sense. If you sabotage other players, you won't gain anything from it, but you will avoid other people from gaining crowns, which is very important. Because, reminder, crowns are the way to get 2 Dodgebolts. It is the same as MCC Party 1. Coins are mostly a secondary, or maybe even a third thing to focus on. Obviously, coins will have effect on how much you can engage in this gameplay, but at the end of the event, coins are mostly irrelevant. I assume they'll be the tiebreaker if multiple teams have the same crown count, but for the most part, losing out on like 50 coins or like 100 coins won't matter. Your main focal point is crowns. You want to get as many crowns as possible, and if you can catapult yourself upwards in terms of crowns, you can solidify yourself in a very nice position for this event. I also think another thing that's very notable here is the position in which players will be able to participate in this game, because like mentioned, you have last place starting and first place ending, and it goes from a game. After a game, 10th in the game will start on this board, and then first will end on the board. Very interesting to see what type of teams will be able to, most actively compete consistently. Because if you're getting first only, hypothetically speaking, that's obviously huge. You're going to get a lot of participation ability here. You're going to get a lot of potential to play. However, you're also not going to be able to have any effect on the board until the very end, which means that people who are in the middle or maybe even early can just sabotage you, and you can't do anything about it. So it'll be interesting to see what position on the leaderboard is the most favorable. If I had to guess, it's probably maybe 4th place, 3rd place. Feels like it'd be the most favorable, because you get to have some impact on the board but you also, you get to have some impact, but you also still earn a lot of points and will be able to play a lot. Because what I mean with a lot of impact is when you are in first, the people that are most, that are going to focus the most on competing with you are right before you, and that's a problem. So, and then also if you're in third, you can place a tile like in the previous round, and there's a pretty decent chance that you will not be contested for it by one of the top teams, because they're probably going to focus on finishing off the end of the board and trying to sabotage, whoever else is able to be sabotaged. And then if you get lucky, you might be able to get pushed down a little bit right before your turn and just full send everything on a row and just get your little tokens out, right? Anyways, furthermore, what else can you do? 4 in a line. Performing a line of 4 tiles, up, down, diagonal, on your turn will cause that line of tiles to be destroyed and earn you 4 crowns as a reward. The best way to deny other team points. Warning, this doesn't work on your own team's tiles. Hold up. The best way to deny other team... Wait, hold up. Forming a line of 4 tiles on your turn will cause that line of tiles to be... Oh, so this is of other teams. Okay. This doesn't work on your own team. So this is just on other teams. If you can manage to push another team's tiles in the formation that you so seek to do, if you can make a connect 4 of a different team's color, and I assume maybe the blank ones too, but I don't know, you will earn 4 crowns. So that's the way you can sabotage and also score, which is huge. That's a very interesting mechanic. So you can't do this to yourself, and you can only do it to opponents. That is a very interesting mechanic, and I like it. It's different, You can cash out yourself, but not other teams, and you can 4 in a row other teams, but not yourself, and then survival is up to everybody in the board, right? So that's an interesting mechanic as well. Furthermore, yoinking. By using the yoink, which is an item that you can buy, we'll get to that in a little bit, you can steal another team's colored tile off of the board and instantly earn yourself 1 crown. The yoink costs a lot of tiles, but can cause a lot of damage. That is true. Traps. Trap tiles can steal crowns from other teams. If another team pushes your trap tile off the board, you will steal 2 crowns from them. Okay, I did not know about the traps, but we'll get to that here, I guess, soon enough, because Stefan mentioned it somewhere over, over here. There's items. Here we go, items. These are the items you can buy. You can buy these using the tiles. You do not use coins for them. That's a different thing compared to last year. Last year you used your coins to buy things like crowns and like little funny items to have impact on the board, or not on the board, sorry, on the crowns and on the game. You could do like a multiplier, etc. This time around, you just use only your tiles to do these purchases. Maybe there's a way to convert coins into tiles, but I assume no, they would probably mention that if that was the case. So we'll see. But paintball, trap tile, yoink. Yoink and trap tile have been explained. I don't know what the paintball does. I assume that's somewhere over here. Oh, we have furthermore explanation on this thing. Let's get into it. There's more to explain. White tiles. Each turn, every team gets 1 free white tile. A white tile belongs to no team, and as such will award no score when counted. However, if you're able to form a line of 4 with white tiles, you will convert them straight into 4 crowns. So keep your eye out for these opportunities. So what I had as a what I had as a hypothetical is correct. When combined with the paintball, this becomes a powerful way to get crowns. Oh, okay. So there's the explanation for what the paintball does. The paintball seemingly dyes a white tile into your color, I think, if I had to guess, right? Because you can probably any white tile that's currently on the board can be dyed, if I had to guess. To form lines of 4, give yourself free extra potion to manipulate the board, or to simply help separate your pieces so other players can destroy them with lines. True. Yoink steals a standard tile from the board and will give you a crown for it. It's an expensive item, but can deny opponents valuable tiles and can help clear up the board and make lines of 4 easier to form. I think this will be mostly a thing to look at if you are like a higher... I don't actually know. The yoink is an interesting one because it's high risk, low reward, which is an interesting way to look at it. But it is maybe worth it because, for example, if you're in last place and you're looking at this board, you go first consistently, unless the scores are really close. If you are the weakest team, you are often going to go first or second or third. You're going to be an early participant in the game. And there's a high chance that depending on how, people approach the events, there's a chance that you're going to get griefed by another player. And that might result in you wanting to opt for a yoink. As much as that will probably take up most of your stock of tiles, because obviously when you're in a lower position in the event, you'll probably earn less tiles as well. Not probably, you just will. You're going to have to use your tiles very carefully. So there is a chance that it's just going to be really down to playstyle. There's a chance that if you're low down, people won't target you and you will remain on the board a lot, but also because you're going first, that's going to be very difficult. I don't know. Also, wait, hold up. I just realized. Oh no, okay, never mind. I was just thinking about how this tile insertion works, but this goes down from the top, but if you add it on the left, it'll also fall down, but it's more like if there's already a stack of stuff, you can push it in. I understand now, and it's the same with the top. So if there's a stack, you push it down. Okay, cool. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, if you're in last, you're gonna have to think about strats, because I guess it's for any space. But because there are so many options in this, it's not like a very straightforward thing. It's like you have to actually strategize. It'll be very interesting to see how people apply their skill sets to this event. Maybe Feinberg and Shadoon's playing too, and is Sneak playing? I don't actually remember. If Sneak's playing, then him too. And, well, Sapnap's not playing. Feinberg, Shadoon, and Sneak have played Connect 4 in an event before. They can give it another try. Anyways. Furthermore, yeah, so paintball will paint a single standard tile white. Oh, whoa. Okay, never mind. I've completely misinterpreted how the paintball works. It's the opposite of what I thought it was. Okay, so a paintball will undo the color rather than color it your team. Okay, that's interesting. So that's, okay. That does make for an interesting strategy. You can undo any team's color, and they're only one crown. So honestly, that's probably better, low-key. Maybe? I don't know. It depends. I feel like the paintball could be very useful, but also you do have to be careful because people can still score when you use that, whereas with the yoink, you are like completely disabling other people from using it. And then the trap mostly just comes down to, honestly, the trap is just shutting down a line for the most part, because the trap is something that you will want to buy. You will want to buy it, but I think, from my understanding, you will only receive this trap, or you will only receive something from the tile if somebody else pushes it off, right? Trap tiles allow you to make life more difficult for the teams that play after you. If your trap tile is pushed off of the board, the team responsible will hand 2 crowns straight over to you. Make sure to place these around the edges where people are likely to push. So if you're, wait a minute. So if you're in last place, okay, the strats are opening up. This is I really hope people pay attention to this this explanation, because you can do a lot here. If your team is bad, okay, this is just straight up, I'm gonna be so for real. If you know your team is gonna do bad, and I will just use an example. Hypothetically, if you were the Simmers in this situation, round 1, buy some trap tiles, spam that crap on the gold square, and just sit and wait. Because what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Realistically, what are they gonna do? Put your trap tile bottom right. Actually, what happens if somebody pushes you off without having crowns? Never mind. Hold on. What happens if you don't already have crowns? Will you have a -2? Because that was the case not yesterday, last year, right? You can have -2 crowns. Is that how that works? Interesting. Anyways, bonus tile is earned from bonus objectives or placing first in minigame. Is worth 3 crowns. It's gonna be whoa. Whoa, this is worth 3 crowns. Damn. Cannot be stolen or painted, but can be destroyed in a line. Bonus tiles are a great way to swing the game in your favor, especially if you get one in the golden zone where it is worth 6 crowns. Yeah, hold on. So this is worth 3. That makes sense because it has 3 dots, but whoa. Interesting. So you gotta be very careful and pay a lot of attention to these, but also you still have to pay attention to the other ones, because like in this video, for example, you can't really see it super well, but behind this balloon is a yellow. If this yellow got pushed down, it's Jover, man. But also, if anyone pushes here on the left, it's so over, because it's just bop, bop, bop. Then it's over for this yellow team. That's crazy. Anyways, okay. Information. Earning tiles. Every turn you receive 1 standard tile and 1 white tile for free. For every 300 coins you earn in a minigame, you receive another crown. Oh, there's no multiplier. I forgot to mention that. There is no multiplier, so unmultiplied doesn't matter. Yeah, it's unmultiplied. So unmultiplied coins only. There's no multiplier in the entire thing, is what they said. At least the multiplier is disabled. So every 300 coins receives another crown. Coming first in a minigame will give you a bonus tile. I see. Okay. Bonus objectives allow you to earn tiles for completing secret challenges found in each minigame. The top 3 teams will in each objective will earn rewards. First, a bonus tile, trap tile, standard tile, trap tile, trap tile. Bonus objectives. So every game has bonus objectives. Very interesting. Unless specific ones have bonus objectives and that's how you earn trap tiles. I'm thinking like something like Ace Race. Well, is there going to be like a side path or something that you have to like go for? Or maybe it's like, oh, get not top 5 and you get a bonus tile or something. I don't know, like get a specific placement, but then people are, I don't know. That's going to be interesting and very curious to see how bonus objectives work in its entirety. Turn order, determined by how well you play in the previous game. The team that came last will play first, and the team that which came first will play last. Yep. Playing last allows you to guarantee that your tiles stay intact that round and is a very powerful position to have. True. But the next round, I guess, actually getting first in like game 4 and game 8 is going to be huge because you just guarantee that you're going to be on the board. And if you can somehow get if you get first and get the first bonus objective, you are getting 6 crowns minimum for free. That is ridiculous. I just realized that. Okay, so let's rewind. Not that you can force this. You want your best games to happen on game 4 and on game 8. Because if you get first, you minimum get 3 tiles. Minimum, or 3 crowns. Minimum, which is huge. You get minimum 3, plus whatever else you get, right? Because you get standard and you get, well, that's actually, you get minimum 4, realistically. Minimum 4 crowns for getting first in game 4 or game 8. Ridiculous. Insane, but I guess it's you know, how you should look at the value. Okay, that is huge. That is absolutely massive. Okay. Interesting. Okay, furthermore. Shopping. Before your turn, you can buy power-ups. You can trade your standard tiles for a trap tile. You own paintball. You can buy a maximum of 1 of each. Power-ups can only be used in a round they are purchased in, so shop carefully. Interesting. Okay, good to know. That is very, very useful information. Otherwise, you could just stock up on paintballs and just make a line, you know? The board is an 8x8 grid. In the bottom right corner, you'll find the golden zone, which will award double points for any tiles left in there at the end of the round. End of the round, I think, is the half. It's a precarious spot, however, located at the corner of the board. Tiles in this area can be pushed off with ease. That is correct. Golden rules. To help you remember, here's some golden rules for drop-in. Place our tiles and use all your power-ups. All items are use it or lose it. They will not carry over to your next turn. Very important. The board is scored after games 4 and 8, so make sure you cram your tiles on before then. Very important. Try not to set your opponents up for lines of 4. You'll be handing them free crowns. Also true. Keep your eyes out for things that look out of place in the games. There might be a bonus objective to collect. Interesting. So, might. I don't think everything will have a bonus objective, unless it does, but I don't think it will. Okay. Interesting. I like this a lot. I will say, just like last year, and this is not really something that you could expect, this is a lot of information to consume at once. There's a high chance some players will either not be prepared enough for this game or won't have enough time to prepare for this game, and that may result in complaints. That is just a heads up I want to give to MCC, that there's a chance that some people may give negative feedback on this just because they personally were unaware of how things work, because you're giving them a lot of info relatively close before the actual event, right? Obviously, not Noxer's fault. Technically, it's up to the players to make sure that they are well informed. But in case it was possible, and I'm just going to set this as a hypothetical and not as an example at all, would maybe be nice to have this update video a day earlier, possibly, if just so people understand. Because I don't think you get like a massive competitive advantage from fully understanding how this works, but because there's a lot to consume at once, it could be a little overwhelming. But I like it. I like this game a lot. bummed that I don't get to play it because it seems really fun. It seems like it's a really like goofy twist on how to play an event, and honestly a pretty nice format switch up as well, which I really appreciate. I think that's really nice. Anyways, that's it for the MCC part mostly. There are some other things to talk about. The games in this event, similarly to Ender Cup, are in chronological order for the most part. It's a little throwback to a lot of the games from or throughout the history of the event, and mostly the maps. So you got Battle Box on Classic. You've got To Get Your Side on some of the Season 1 maps, only Season 1 maps that is. SOT, which was revamped, I think, either at the end of Season 1 or early Season 2. Not Biome Battle. Build Mart, which was revamped at the start of Season 2. Then you have Gridrunners, which was newly introduced in Season 2. You have Meltdown, which I don't remember what they said for Meltdown. Oh, also, the Gridrunners rooms are based on games that were not in this roster, or at least they said that that's the case. Let me actually make sure that that's true, because I think I recalled that correctly.
And the games that aren't in the Decision Dome this event. Cool!
Hold on.
It will feature some brand new rooms based around the games that aren't in the Decision Dome this event.
Some brand new rooms. Okay, so some of the rooms are based on games that do not exist in this event. So, like not Parkour Tag, I guess. But hypothetically, like Parkour Tag would be in that. Maybe Bingo would be in that. Maybe whatever, right? There's games that are not on this roster that could be factored in for that. Which is very interesting. And then let me actually check what they say for Meltdown.
Now entering the latter half of Season 2, we'll be visiting the incredible introduction of Meltdown.
Yeah, so okay, latter half means Season 2B for a lot of the fans. Season 2B representation is Meltdown, which is very fun. And then Hole in the Wall is on what I assume is Season 3 map? Maybe, I think this is Maybe Season 2. Maybe this was done in Season 2, where they changed up Hole in the Walls, like floors and stuff. This was Season 3. This was scuffed, classic map, really, of SG, but what the F, you know? And then finally is the Season 4 rep of modern day Ace Race, which is like a fantastic. I feel like this is not talked about enough, like Ace Race change. I feel like this is really cool. Maybe I just really like this format change. I feel like a lot of the things that Noxtro has been doing with Ace Race this year have been very cool in terms of like modernizing the game, making it more unique, etc. I think that's very cool. So that's the games for the most part. And then Scott also mentioned, I feel like I missed a game. I don't know, maybe I missed a game. For those of you who are not aware of what this hints to, this hints to the Nox Crew Takeover. The Nox Crew Takeover is an unanswered mystery, really. It's not been officially answered, at least, of what will happen in this event. It is a 10th quote-unquote game that is appearing in the event this time around. However, my assumption, just like a lot of others, is that it will be Sky Battle on Candyland. So we're going to see if that is correct. We'll find out tomorrow, I guess. Maybe the audience poll will be replaced by the Nox Crew Takeover and Candyland is guaranteed Game 5. That's my guess, at least. I don't know if that'll be the case. But we'll see. It'll be interesting. Also, again, a reminder that game order doesn't matter in terms of how many coins are going to be gained. Game order now only matters for the 4th and the 8th game. Those are the two most important spots. The focal points, because that's when, if you get first, you get a minimum of 4 crowns. Okay, a minimum of 4, which is huge. That is massive. I don't know what the previous crown count was for the event, but a minimum of 4 is huge. That is genuinely huge. Probably also a maximum of 4, unless you also slot your tiles into one of the earlier spots where people won't highly contest it, but still, massive. Huge, 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 and massive. So yeah, there you go. Anyways, that's MCC. So if you're only interested in MCC, this will be the end for the video for you. I will also do a very small little note recap on other things, because Biome Battle is also happening soon. Biome Battle 3 update video has been released, and they have reintroduced 2 games with changes. They call it 2 new games. I would agree that it's 2 new games because the format has entirely changed. If you're not familiar with Biome Battle, this is one of the newest Minecraft events that has appeared recently. One of their games called Cosmic Clash, I think, was a game that they had in their first rendition. It wasn't in the second one because I don't think people liked it super much because of PvP. It has been completely revamped. It's now Cosmic Construction, which is... just to use other games as an example of what combination this is Build Mart X construction, pretty much. You have construction like plots. I think it's 7x7 from what I can see right now. 7x7 2D plots to complete. You have to go Build Mart, collect your way outside to collect some of these spots, which is very interesting. Animations and visuals here look fantastic, by the way. I just want to give a huge prop to that. There's these boxes that you need to collect stuff from, which is very interesting. Additionally, there is a risk, which is the meteors. There's gonna be like a music... Moving too fast. Oh, there's even more. There's a music change that happens, so you're gonna have to use your music slider to, effectively play this. And once the once that music changes, there's gonna be a meteor shower that occurs that I assume will probably fall onto players or track players in some way, shape, or form, which, upon landing, will instantly kill you, and all your progress will be completely lost for collecting blocks. I assume you will respawn, but it is a heads up. Also, there are black holes, which will suck you in if you get too close, but you can also apparently use them as boosts, so very interesting. Anyways, that is mostly it for this game. Oh yeah, you also get to like bonus speed and haste and stuff during this like risk moment, so it's a high risk, high reward situation, which is very interesting. I do like that when high risk, high reward is applied to two Minecraft minigames. That is very cool. So it'll be interesting to see how teams will perform. That's a panda. I love pandas. At the back here, you can see team's progression. The like transparent one is your team's color. As you can see, this is cyan, and the cyan team here is the one that is transparent, which is very cool. Again, visual-wise, this is fantastic. And yeah, that's for the Cosmic game. Furthermore, they have the updated hide-and-seek game, which is now Among Us, pretty much. You have tasks that you can do as a little hider, and then there's also seekers and stuff still. But yeah, hold on, sorry. For the most part, this is gonna just be Among Us like, which is very interesting. Very curious to see how this will play out. I do think this is gonna be a game where I will struggle just because I'm probably gonna not actually fully understand how everything's working. But I'm intrigued. I think it's very interesting. These little vents here. You get sent across the map pretty much, but also they make loud noises, so it's not like a freebie just like escape route. Also only the hiders can go in them. It's not like a freebie escape route, but it is very useful. But there is a loud sound, so people will know, like, if someone goes through a vent, they can locate you, swiftly. Also, hunters get some interesting power-ups, like a speed up. Sorry. My apologies. Speed up based off of their the amount of hiders that are within a range, and then also an ender pearl that recharges. Additionally, hiders, no matter what team they are on, can unfreeze each other. When you get tagged, you get frozen for 40 seconds. You can unfreeze other hiders. You will gain points for unfreezing other hiders, so you're kind of working as a team all together, which is very interesting. Because I think all the hunters are from the same team. Oh, this is Spleef already. I think this is just a visual difference for Spleef. So yeah, very interesting. 2 new games. I also know that there was new games introduced for the last Biome Battle, but because I was for the last mini Biome Battle, there was some stuff that was played, like laser tag, etc. I didn't get to play this, so I need to also catch up on that. So yeah, anyways, that's that. And then finally, just to round things off, you have PB, which has its game roster announced. These are the games for PB. Some new maps, from what I can tell. There is our new Trials game, which also looks like construction. Very interesting. Hyperdrive, which I think is a new map. Maybe this is a map they had before, but I don't recognize it, so it might be a new map. Sky High seemingly has a new map, and that may be it. Temple Lockout's screenshot looks different, unless I don't remember what it looks like, but Maybe there's a new room for that as well. Minor Mini is familiar. Chalice, I think, is just a holiday dress up, unless there's also a new map. Gauntlet, we'll see. Maybe there's a new game. And then Jumping Mat 2 always looks very nice. I don't know if that's a new map. Maybe it's just a different screenshot. Anyways, that is it for MCC, Biome Battle, and PB. A lot of stuff happening this time around. I guess it's a nice thing to have a lot of events happening at the same time. We've been talking about the big three happening all the time, but I forgot Biome Battle is also in there, and Jingle Jam, which I have very soon today. So if you watch this on the day that it drops within the next a few hours, I will be live doing jams, which is like a hardcore SMP event for charity. So tune in. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.